We are Artworkium. Welcome to the deep dive. This is the show where we tackle some pretty dense documents, patents, research papers, you name it, and boil them down into something interesting, something you can actually use.
And this is our special series, Inventive Legacies, Patents That Shaped Our Lives. We grab a patent print from our online store today. It's from the Toys and Games section. And we unpack the story behind it.
Yeah, we really wanted to create this as a sort of thank you, actually, to all of you who've bought our digital prints. It's a little extra, a way for you to dive deeper into the history behind that awesome blueprint on your wall.
And today, oh boy, we're diving into a source of, let's say, collective household stress. We're looking at the patent behind one of the greatest triggers for shouting matches ever invented, the classic game, Jenga.
Absolutely. And if you want to see the actual diagrams, we're talking about serious hexagonal blocks, magnetic bricks. It's wild. Check out the episode description. We put a direct link right there to the patent print itself. Okay, let's do this. Let's get stacking.
All right, so the official document title is Stacking Brick Tower Game. Catchy, right?
Okay.
The document ID is US 5,611,544. It was filed, let's see, late 95, November 27th, and then patented on March 18th, 1997.
And we should give credit where it's due. The assignee was Poconobe Associates, that's Larkspur, California. And the inventors were Grebler and Scheftel, both from Santa Monica. California dreaming up ways to make towers fall over.
Exactly.
So-
But what's really interesting here is that this patent wasn't for inventing Jenga itself. The original game, the one we all know that was already out there, it's what the patent office calls prior art. Milton Bradley was already selling it.
Right, with those smooth, polished wooden blocks. Very specific blocks, actually.
That standard setup is key. You had those rectangular bricks. Length is exactly 3 times the width, right? So 3 of them side by side make a perfect square layer.
And you stack the layers, alternating the direction each time. That creates the friction, the stability, or instability, I guess.
That's it. That's the whole game mechanic, isn't it? Using just one hand, feeling for a loose brick, one that'll slide out easy versus a key brick.
Ah, the dreaded key brick. When holding everything up, you pull that and boom, game over. Screaming ensues.
Precisely. And they knew instability was the fun part. Even before this patent, there were variations trying to up the ante, like Jenga Ultimate in Canada.
Oh, yeah? What did that do?
It added a die roll. You had to remove a brick of a certain color. So it wasn't just about skill or finding the loose one anymore. Luck forced your hand. You might have to go for a risky block.
Okay, so they were already tinkering. But this patent, US 5,611,544, sounds like it took things to a whole new level.
Totally different game. Literally. It's basically a playbook for maximizing the chaos, the main idea. Increase the play, appeal their words by making the tower way less stable from the get-go.
Wow.
By using at least 2 different types of bricks in the same tower. Bricks with different physical characteristics.
Okay, intriguing. So you mentioned 5 key improvements or aspects in the disclosure. Let's break those down. What's the first one?
First up, mixing shapes and sizes. So imagine building a layer not just with the standard rectangles, but maybe throwing in some square bricks too.
Why does that make such a difference? Seems small.
It messes with the friction. The long edges of the rectangles provide a lot of contact, a lot of coupling between layers. Swaps them out for squares, and suddenly you have less surface area gripping the layers above and below. The patent calls it somewhat less stable, requiring more dexterity.
Somewhat less stable. I love the understates. Okay, so less grip. What's number 2?
Varying the physical properties of the bricks themselves. Think different weights, different surface textures, different coefficients of friction.
So you could have like a really heavy brick next to a super smooth, light plastic one.
Exactly. Imagine trying to figure out which brick is loose when one feels slippery and light, and the one next to it is rough and feels anchored. Your sense of touch starts to betray you. It's not just about the position anymore.
Okay, that's clever, which leads nicely into the third point, handling difficulty. They talked to a layer of square bricks, right? A 3x3 grid.
Yeah, 9 square bricks packed tightly together. Think about trying to get the center one out with only one hand.
Oh, I see. You can't just push it through. You'd have to...
Well, you'd have to remove the corner bricks first, right, to get access. Then the middle edge bricks. Only then could you actually grip the center one.
Wow, so it forces a specific, dangerous sequence of moves. It's not just about finding a loose brick anymore.
Right. It adds this mandatory layer of risk just based on the geometry. Much tougher.
Okay, that ramps up the strategy. Number 4 sounds intense. Complex coupling. What's that about?
This one's a bit mind-bending. It's about creating, asymmetrical dependencies between layers. Imagine layer A is made of type 1 bricks and layer B above it is type 2. They proposed shapes where removing a type 1 core from layer A does significantly affect the stability of layer B above it because of how they interlock. But removing a type 2 brick from layer B might not really stabilize layer A below it in the same way.
So pulling a brick from one layer might destabilize the next, but not the other way around, like one-way sabotage.
Kinda. It creates these weird directional weaknesses in the tower. Very sneaky.
Devious is the word.
Okay.
And the fifth point, the one that sounds like pure anxiety fuel, multi-key layers.
Yeah. So in standard Jenga, usually there's only one, maybe two bricks in a layer that are absolutely critical, the key bricks. Pull one, the tower falls.
Right.
This patent describes designing brick shapes and sizes specifically so that a single layer could have 3 or more key bricks.
3. So instead of maybe a 1 in 15 chance of hitting the instant collapse brick, it's like 3 in 15 or more.
Potentially, yeah. It turns picking a brick from almost a safe bet into, well, a minefield. You're practically guaranteed to be messing with a critical support.
Okay, my palms are actually getting sweaty just thinking about this. This is where they really went wild, isn't it? The actual proposed shapes.
Oh, yeah. This is where they leave the humble rectangle far behind. They started talking about non-rectangular cross-sections. Think hexagonal bricks.
Hexagonal, like a honeycomb pattern.
Sort of. The patent drawings show them. The idea is that adjacent hexagonal bricks in the same layer only touch along a line, not a flat face.
So they pack tightly, visually, but
They slide out more easily, almost like spaced apart bricks. It combines the difficulty of tight packing with the ease of removal, which sounds confusing for your fingers.
worst of both worlds. But then they went even further, didn't they? Circular bricks.
Circular bricks, now that is chaotic. Think about pulling out a normal rectangular block. You feel the resistance decrease steadily as you slide it, right? Linear feedback.
Yeah, pretty much.
With a cylinder or other non-rectangular shapes, the patent says you get non-linear tactile feedback.
Non-linear, meaning what? It doesn't slide smoothly.
Exactly. The contact area changes unpredictably as you pull. It might feel loose, then suddenly catch as the curve bumps against another brick, then release again. Your fingers, your only guide, are basically lying to you.
Structural deception. I love it. That's amazing. And they didn't stop at geometry, did they? There's something about half-height bricks.
They suggested using bricks that are, say, half the standard height. So 2 of them stacked up equal 1 normal brick.
Okay, why? Just for variety.
Strategy. The patent points out that if player 1 removes just one of those half-height bricks,
Then the second one sitting next to it is basically loose already, right? Nothing holding it.
trivial to remove is the word they used. So player 2 gets a free move. Player 1 takes a risk, potentially destabilizes things, and player 2 just gets to pluck out an easy brick and pass the danger on.
That is some next-level gamesmanship. Pure sabotage.
But wait, it gets even wilder. The truly mad scientist part is the hidden stuff. Hidden mechanisms. They propose making bricks look identical but having different weights. Maybe some are solid, some hollowed out.
Okay, sneaky.
Or, and this is my favorite, incorporating hidden magnets or bits of ferrous metal into some bricks.
No, magnets.
In Jenga.
Yes. Imagine finding what feels like a perfectly loose brick. You start to slide it, and suddenly there's this weird pull or push, a non-gravitational force, because it's interacting magnetically with a brick nearby.
That's insane. You wouldn't know which bricks were magnetic until you tried to move one, and the whole tower shifted weirdly. It's not just physics, it's hidden physics.
Turns a dexterity game into this bizarre guessing game. And then there are the accessories. Figure 16 in the patent.
Accessories for Jenga. Like what?
A revolving turntable to build the tower on.
Okay, I guess that helps everyone reach.
Well, yes, but they suggest making it motorized, like a microwave turntable motor.
Motorized, why?
To add a time limit, the tower slowly spins, maybe does 1.5 revolutions, and you have to make your move before it completes its turn. Talk about pressure.
Racing against the clock while the tower literally moves away from you. That's diabolical. And because these guys are clearly obsessed with precision amidst the chaos, they also suggested the turntable should have a built-in level. Got to keep that base perfectly horizontal, you know.
Oh, of course. Can't have gravity helping too much. Anything else?
Oh, just mentions of accessories for playing outdoors. Platforms with legs, measuring tapes to see how high your wobbly monstrosity gets on, like, the lawn.
Okay, this patent is way more than just stack blocks. It's a comprehensive guide to engineering failure in the most entertaining way possible.
It really is. It's all about finding every possible way, geometry, materials, forces, even time to make the simple act of removing a block as challenging and unpredictable as possible.
So now we want to hear from you listening. After hearing all that, what part of this patent just jumped out at you as the wildest?
Was it maybe those hidden magnets? The idea that an invisible force could suddenly wreck your move?
That's it. Or maybe the sheer panic of playing on that motorized microwave-style turntable trying to beat the buzzer.
Or how about the subtle genius of the half-height bricks, just handing your opponent a free pass while you set up the next disaster?
Let us know. Head over to our social media channels, tell us your favorite bizarre Jenga twist from this patent. And hey, while you're there, maybe subscribe, rate, or leave a review for the deep dive. It really helps.
So we've walked through US 5,611,544, the stacking brick tower game patent. It shows Jenga could be so much more than just wood blocks. It's a framework for playing with physics, friction, geometry, and maybe even a little magnetism, all in the name of glorious collapse.
We really hope you enjoyed this deep dive into Jenga's surprisingly complex patent history. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for your loyalty. We'll be back next time with another patent that, well, shaped our lives.
But just one last thought to leave you with. This whole patent is about increasing instability through variation, right? Pushing the limits. So if nonlinear feedback from weird shapes is the ultimate deception, what would a Jenga tower made entirely of those circular bricks be like? Would it even be possible to stack? Something to think about until next time.